Hi, I'm working with 277 and I wanted to show you something about the grease pencil that's been changed, or an addition. It's really cool, and it also works very well with our artist BlenderPaint 2D artist panel. Okay, just get busy. Import canvas. I'm going to go to my desktop, click on this icon here to see the previews. Let's find something we want to just try quick make a mask out of, and I'll just go ahead and pick one of these that I got closer to being in there. Image is plain. Add shaderless painting camera. Boom. Okay. What I wanted to do was actually show grease pencil, so I've got that there. Grease pencil should be on top. Okay, good. Then what I'm going to do is bring up the end panel because I want to. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go with draw since it's really, it can be kind of difficult. Let me see what. Nope, I don't like that. Let me go and get rid of that. Um, File, user preferences, input, editing. I'm going to make it like purple so I can see it. Save your settings. Okay, I'm trying that this Amaranth Pablo Vasquez. Really like the pink everywhere, and it's kind of just enough contrast on all the buttons. I can really see things. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Wacom tablet with a pen, and I'm going to say draw grease pencil. So I'm going to just pretend like I know what I'm doing here, and it's kind of difficult to really get it to follow anything, but I kind of wanted to see how the sculpting worked anyway. So let's see what I can do. I'm just going to try to make a selection here as close as possible. Okay, then I want to enable editing, and in the sculpt I've got smooth highlighted first. That's going to be pretty good. Turns out what you have to do is press E, and it's not going to work for me because I'm in texture paint. So let's tab into object mode and then enable editing. Pressing E will allow us to bring up the sculpt tool, and if you see there, you can smooth this down where you take out a lot of the, to get it started you have to kind of hold E down in order to get it working. I'm trying to do it in one continuous move. If I hold E down, and then I can make these small strokes. I'm kind of hoping maybe we can remap this to something else, or while it's in the mode it would be, something I don't know, it works great. I just need to figure out how to work it the best way. Grab and pushers are different, but I'm going to work with grab first, and then I'm going to try to, let me see here. Let me see if I can get this to come closer to here. And this is actually much faster than setting and putting individual points. So for the most part, this is really ideal for what we're doing. And in the other videos you may have seen, or if you haven't seen them, please do check them out. We're working on an add-on for 2D painting in Blender in the 3D view. I've long been studying different ways to use Blender as a 2D editor, and some people are kind of like, you're crazy, and that's their opinion. But I do like the fact that this is the only 2D editor that I know of that has full 3D integration. Not just being able to bring in a 3D model and paint on it, but you can actually do so much with it. Now I should have drawn further down here, so I guess that's kind of the extent of where I can go with that. Maybe if I put strength, let me see what I can do here. And hey, look, the shift F and F work. Okay, E. Might be kind of violent on the take, but let me see what I can do here. So we just go into edge of camera right here. Okay, and maybe out here. See if it's something I can. There we go. I'm gonna go back to smooth, and I don't need all of the tools there for this because I'm just making a mask. But let's get in here tighter. See what we can do with this push. Yeah, there you go. It's a lot easier just being able to brush it, but for some reason my radius isn't working the same way. I don't know, maybe it's just me. There goes smooth. And grab. I'm going to pinch right here. Hey, look, that pinch works great. I'm just even holding down the E the whole time I'm working. It's crazy. Okay, that's close enough. Okay, and so we have a nice looking, well, I'd like to do something with that. Maybe we can do that pinch thing. So pinch that, maybe it'll come to shut, almost. Kind of close. That should make an easier close. Okay, we got that. And I'm going to disable editing. I'm going to go back into texture paint so that my tool will work. Mesh mask from gpencil. And there it is. Then we're going to go to texture paint. Oh, make sure that's selected. Texture paint. And then I'm going to choose the previous material. And then we're going to go with our paint tools. Set the color, and let's just go ahead and get something going here. See? Being real sloppy, but it's working. Okay. Pretty interesting. Really, it's actually pretty cool. But that's all I wanted to really show, was that you can use that sculpt to get a really nice edge. If you look very closely, really should have, yeah, options are there, but I think it's just the projection. I didn't use very much here, but just have to work on that. The edge is pretty close to being clean. I could probably blur that a little bit after I've got the painting done. But just that's what I wanted to show you, was up the grease pencil. Thanks.